This is Young Trader. It is Friday morning. Wow, what a wet and wild week this was there, hey? And a quick one at that. Well, remember, on crude oil today and on natural gas, the rig count will be out today at 1 p.m. Okay, so as usual, we are going to review the charts here. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we've had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles here, okay? And we're pushing the outside of this price channel here by 4 days, okay? Usually, you see, we had 3 days here. You had a couple days there, a couple days here, but now we're out there at 4 days. Now, again, you got to be really particular here on what you're going to be doing because of all the information that is coming in, okay? We don't know what's going to escalate, if it's going to be another war escalating there in the Middle East. That's going to be a big factor, okay, on crude oil. So it isn't just about, about supply and demand here. This is going to be very, very crucial. So again, OPEC came out this week and they said that they are going to maintain the cuts as is. So there's going to be nothing changed. So the capacity is going to be taken on down. Plus, we have the seasonality going on here, and then with all the tensions here going on in the war effort here on different countries going back and forth here. So there's a lot of happening here. So this is why we've got to really pay attention to these charts. Okay, so what we're looking for here, so far we have an inside day, and I think it's going to be probably, unless there's some kind of a news, I think you're probably wise to stay long, at least a small, because you never know what's going to happen like over the weekend kind of a situation. So what we want to do is we want to look at yesterday's high. That got all the way got up to 87.22. So what we have to do is now we obviously we went above this level here. This was what we were looking for, that 85.90, and then we were looking at the next level here, which was going to be 87.75. Okay, so we came in pretty close to it, okay? So you got 87.22. We can run right up to that 87.75, and then next we have 88.30. And then we come up here, 88.57. We have 89.54. But this here is what we're looking for right here, okay, at your 89.85. That is going to be a big time level here. Let's just call that $90. But now, again, when you look at this candle right here, what do we have here, okay? It opened up at 87.22, okay? So that was the opening here when you look at these numbers up here, 87.22. So we have to, right there is 87.22. So when you look at these candles, you always want to look at there, see where you have your high, your low, your closing number, and see then you can also look at what your opening number is, and that gives you your resistance levels. Now, again, if that blasts up and say you go past this key level here, this is say that 90 level here, then this is the candle that we're actually going to be looking for. That's going to be that 92.43, okay? Because this was, as the price runs up, comes down, and that's where it breaks through. So now that becomes resistance here, as it can be support on the way down. So this is what we'll be looking for next, at 82.43, and then obviously 95.03. Now there is is stuff in here in between here, all the way on up here, but these are your big targets that you're going to be looking for, okay? So just always watch the previous day's high, low, closing, and even like the opening number. Anything that we have here up on this left-hand corner is what we want to watch, okay? So that's what we want to watch. Now, here on the downside, well, we can just follow the candles down here. So look at this high. This is that 86.20, and then we have here, you have 85.50, okay? So that's going to be very, very crucial level. Then we come to the bottom of this candle, 84.85. And then we're looking right here, is this 84.33, this key 8 SMA. Now you can see where the 8 simple moving average is now is starting to catch right on up here. You don't have that distance away, okay? So yesterday, if it didn't have the news, it probably would have went lower. But once that news came out there, that the CIA said that Iran could possibly invade Israel or start a war going on there, then this is where all of a sudden it just rolls right on up here, just rocketed higher, like almost ASAP, because it was selling off really nice here and made a lower low than the previous day. It was coming right down, But then when that news came out right around the 2 in the afternoon, she just rocketed right up there. Okay, so that's what you always got to pay attention. For me, this is one reason why I like trading crude oil, natural gas, because there's always something going on. I know some like war, that's not a good thing, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying there's always something happening. You don't have to wait like for a stock. I got to wait for the earnings. I got to wait for this or that. Every day, there's always something going on with the old crude ski. Okay, so this is where we are standing right there. So your key level here is going to be this 21 SMA here. I mean, this 8 SMA here. That's what you really want to watch. And then we can follow the candles all the way down. You have 83, 85. But this is what you'd be looking for, this level here. So what we have here, if it's sold out below that, you're 83.21 and you're 83.12. That would be very key. And then you have your 21 SMA here. Now, your 21 is very important because you can see here, even when we lost this 8 SMA here going on up here, what did it do? It held, look how many times that it's held this key 21 SMA here, all the way on up here. So even if this does fail, say to get things worked out there in the Middle East, this could come down here, and then you always watch that 8 and watch that 21A. Very, very critical. Okay, so but right now it probably will have an inside day unless we get some kind of a news going on. But I'll be at least keeping some shares long, even if it's, I don't know, 3,000 shares, I'll probably be staying long here on UCO because you just don't know what's going to happen like over the weekend where it's uncontrollable. You can't be in or out there. Okay, so always just watch the high of yesterday's 87.22. If that's going to, if you're going to break above that, then just realistically, here's your target is going to be that $90 area. Okay, 89, 85 it's got on top of that, but just look for the 90 area is where she'll probably rocket up to. Okay, so on the downside, if this is all lost, watch that 8 SMA. That's going to be very, very crucial at that 84.34, and if that's lost, we have your 21 there all the way down to 81, 89. But look how nice and bullish where that 8 SMA, look at there. 21 day, 50 day, oh, looking very, very nice. Now, look at your RSI, where you're getting overbought conditions. However, this can stay like that for a long period of time once you get above that 70. All it is showing that you have good strength in your stock or commodity. That's all basically that relative strength index. Now, your MACD, your green is above your red. That shows good positive momentum. When the green goes below the red, like we have here, then that shows that is negative momentum, but right now she's looking very good. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. Okay, your monthly chart here is looking very, very bullish. What I do like about this is, see this MACD. Okay, now your green is about to cross over your red, and then we can see what happens here when that green crosses over the red. This is what you get. Okay, so that's always very, very positive. Now we got to see, this one came close here. We got to see if it actually does it. The RSI here, 55. You got plenty of room to run here. Look at that. You can go all the way to the 70 like we had here on that spike high. Now, what I also like about this is this nice W pattern. Okay, see, so it comes down, it comes up, and retests it and puts in a higher low. See that higher low, held that 50-day real nice, and now she wants to move right on up here. So there's a lot of big targets here. Here on your weekly chart here. Let me look at that big bad boy up there, 130. Hopefully it doesn't get up there because, man, gasoline would be rocketing up to $5, $6 here, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, the summer for me is just, this is the time where I ride Harleys. We go to the dunes and we blast the dunes with the RVs and all that kind of stuff and trucks and all kind of stuff. So kind of hoping gas would come down a little bit, but it's not looking too good right now. But anyway, we have a nice W pattern on this here. So this is all looking very, very bullish here. Okay, now here on your weekly chart here, you can obviously see how nice this is. Once we got up over that 100 SMA at that 80, it's sitting at 82, 87, then she just rocketed higher. See, so what we did is we went right on up here where this candle went right into it. But see, last week's candle, this was a good tail. See, we had a topping tail, and then this here was a squared out. When you get the big squared out candles like that, and you're actually went above that 21 or that 100 SMA, that tells you you're really going to rocket higher. And once you get above it, that becomes support now. And look how nice you rocketed. But you have a lot of good areas where you have that 72.22. See what we have up here. You have that 87, 83 level. Okay, very easy to see. Then we have 88.29. And then this is the one we're looking for, that 89.85. Let's just call her $90. Now, again, if that can rally up, look what we have here. See, you got 91.23. You got 91.88. Right there's your 92.43, and then you have all the way up there to that 95.03 level here. So crude could run up right on up. And look at this. Look at your RSI. You're sitting at 61. You got plenty of room to run right up higher here. And look at the MACD. See that green over your red, which has been very bullish. Once it crosses, look how nice it is. And look at this 8 SMA here now. She just absolutely beautiful. Just came right up. Eventually, you'll cross this 100 SMA, and then she'll just rocket higher, okay? All right, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, now natural gas did not participate in the rally. Once those EIA report came out yesterday, it kind of took the air right out of the sail. But again, you always want to watch that EIA report. But again, never have an opinion that it's going to go up or going to go down, okay? Just watch what happens with it and then trade that direction. So when we look on the weekly chart here, last week's candle was a turnaround. We got back above this key 8 SMA, and now we're sitting above. So actually, by the end of today, we really need to hold this 1.712. That is going to be very, very critical. Okay, so that's what we need to do. Now here on your daily chart, okay, on your daily chart here, what do we have? Okay, so this is working out very, very nicely here. Okay, so what we had a topping tail on this candle on this right here, and then yesterday we had, as soon as that EIA report came out, it sold right on off. But you notice that it did hold the key 21 SMA here. Okay, so it went just a little bit below that, but realistically, it held that 8 SMA here very, very nicely. Now you can see today's candle. Yesterday we had a low of 1.769. Today we had a low of 1.755, so just a little bit lower. But now so far today we have a green candle, and it looks like natural gas might want to move up here, at least to this level here. This is now it's 1.84. So as time progresses, the 50-day is going to come down. This 21-day is going to go up, and they're going to meet right here. So we got to see what it's going to do actually to the price. Most of the time, what happens is when that 8-day moves up, it takes the price. Once that crosses, it'll take that price above that key 50 SMA here. But again, we have to see exactly what's happening. But we got a pretty good move here. I look like in the UNG here off the bottom. It closed out yesterday at 1490. And now you're up over 15 here. So we have to see exactly what's going to happen. So here's what we want to do on the downside. We got to watch this key level here. This is 1.795. Natural gas sitting right down real time is sitting at 1.795. Now right below that, what we want to watch is that 21-day at 1.745. Okay, so that is going to be very, very key today. And then we also want to watch this 8 SMA here at 1.712. If that is lost, then we can come to the bottom there of this candle. You're looking at 1.70, and then we have the 1.68, which is your gap, and then the top of this candle is 1.675. There's your fill. Okay, and then below that we have 1.64, and then we have a retest right here, 1.589. Okay, so realistically today, this is what we want to watch. We want to watch this 8 SMA. And we want to watch that 21 SMA, and we want to watch that 50 SMA. Very, very crucial getting and closing above this 50 SMA here to go higher. Now, again, if we can get above that, then we watch yesterday's high. Okay, so you have 1.853, and then we'll work up to here. You have 1.88, and then we have right there your spike high at 1.906. Above that, here's 1.955, and then we have 1.98, and then this is the candle that you're looking for, is that 2.0, which lines up, with this one here, that 2.0. That's what you're basically looking for if you can get above this 50 SMA here. So we got to see how this is going to shake out here. But right now here, you can see where the 8-day has been holding. We got to see, just because it's spiked down a little bit lower, that doesn't mean it's not going to come rally up. Now, again, this could go sideways and stay right between this 8 SMA here at 1.79 and at that 50-day, okay, and just go sideways here. Until that 8-day crosses up, it should be able to push that price right up higher. Again, key levels to watch right here. Very simple. Watch that 8. Watch your 21 SMA here, and then watch this 8 SMA here on the downside. The upside, everything's going to be evolved right around that 50-day, okay? Just like when we were back here, I said this 50-day is going to be a brick wall. What did it do? Couldn't get through. Got through, couldn't close. Look what happened yesterday. Now we've got to see if we can actually break above it and reverse this pattern here to the upside. But I do like this 8 SMA here. See how nice it's rounding up here? Okay, just a matter of time for she can cross. Hopefully she'll push the price right on up. Okay, RSI here looking good. MACD here looking very good. Green above your red shows very, very bullish here. So we're going to see here today. I'll be looking for some scalps probably on the UNG, but then I was looking for that yesterday, and KOLD worked out pretty good for me. I got 7 points out of it total with 2 trades yesterday, so that wasn't overall too bad. But let's just see the action going on here. Right now, natural gas is really very low when you look at it in the perspective of 1.79, but it just didn't participate in that rally that we had yesterday on the old crude ski. Okay, so that's what you got to work. Remember, when you have like a fear and you have like a wartime issue, something like that, there's always a couple things that will rally. Number one is going to be the commodities, gold and silver and oil. Okay, so always remember that. All right, let's take a look here at an hourly and a 4 hour. Okay, we look at this hourly chart now. So we had this low, okay? And then what we did is we had this nice series of higher lows, okay? So yesterday, it just couldn't hold it, okay? So we had that nice low, higher low, same with the higher highs. Very, very nice. Came here, and then it went sideways, but then she dipped down, and it was trying to hold that 200-day, but it just couldn't, and fell down a little bit. However, when you look at this now here, you can still say I got a low, a higher low, and a higher low, and we just forget about these two right there. Let's just see if she can rally right on up. So right now it's looking to hold. This is going to be that key level at 1.755 here. If that is lost, then again, obviously we can come down much lower, which you could actually even come down to this level here, which is 1.71 and right here, okay, at 1.70, and then your big retest is all the way down here, 1.686, okay. So that was last week's. But we got to see how that goes. But right now, she looks like she wants to rally up. Watch this 1.82 level, and then 1.84 level, and then all the way up here at your 1.85 level. So that's what we see here. But right now, this chart is not looking really that bad here at all. Here on your 4 hour chart here, you know, when we lost that 1.64, came down, then there was that contract roll right there. But right now, all of a sudden, it's just really not looking really that bad, because when you look at, we have a low, a higher low, and a higher low here. If you can rally right back up here, the key is going to be that 50-day on that daily chart. If you can close above, then she can go higher. That is going to be the key. So watch that, and then watch that key 8 SMA and that 21-day. That's going to be the key. Okay, I'll be back here midday trading, and we'll go a little bit more in depth on natty gas and on the crude. All right, thanks for watching.